So for the purpose of this lesson, I've created a brand new folder today called Lesson 2. So you will have already made the Lesson 1 folder last lesson, yeah? Now, do you remember when we create our folders so that we can start coding, all right? I generally want a couple of folders. I need a folder for images. Oh, look at that spelling there. All right. I need a folder for videos. So we're going to go for video. And what was the other folder in case we need it? Good. Well done. Or music, whatever you want. All right. Now, in this folder here, this is where everything's going to be saved. So in the skills we learned last lesson, we learned that HTML is the tag that the browser uses. So this will be a recap for anyone that was absent. All right. So we open and close tags using a what? No, / is how we close the tag. All right. Now, at the top of your page, you have your head. All right. And we close our head. And in that, we can have title. And we're going to say lesson 2 HTML, Mr. Chambers. All right. Now, I'm going to close that. Now, the other thing we're going to do is we have our body. All right. The body is where all the main text goes in your pages. So anything that you want to, if you imagine the address bar as a reminder is at the top, then the body goes underneath it. Yes. Thank you very much. So that should be title. All right. So then we've closed our head. Now we've got our body. This is why it's important to double check your code. Sometimes you'll load it up on the page and it won't work. Just look back to check if you've opened or closed tags properly. If you've forgotten your triangular bracket, it may not work. So what I've got here is now my body. Now, if I want a heading, it was H1. This is lesson 2. H1. Do you remember what happens if I want to make that smaller? Yes. Yes, you move the number up to make it go smaller. It's a bit weird like that. So if I want a smaller one, I could do H2. This will link to page 2 in a minute. All right, because I'm going to show you links today. H3, well, then we're going to do a paragraph. Welcome to lesson 2 on CSS and linking pages. I'm going to close my paragraph. And I'm going to save that. And remember these steps. So if I go to desktop and HTML lesson 2, I'm going to call it index or page 1, whatever you want. What have I got to do here? Yes.
You have to change it, the text document to all files.
All files. Well done. Well remembered. HTML. And you put .html at the end of it. Otherwise, it will not load. So if I press save now, that file is there. And it works. Now, a quick skill that I'm going to show you. All right. If you need to open it, all right, when you're in Notepad, you just go File and Open. And again, you'll need to change that to all files to find it if you need to go back to it, because sometimes you close the file by mistake. All right. So I've opened up my HTML file. Now, watch what you can do inside tags. We can apply something called a style to it. And this is done. So watch here, paragraph. We're going to go style equals text align center. So I'm going to save that now. And there's a little bit of a preview there. Can you see that it centered the text? Yeah. So if you want to center, I might put my heading. All right. I'm going to move it to the right just to demonstrate it. So you can see here, style equals text align. And we're going to say right. Save that, Control and S. Let's move it over to the right. So you can change the alignment in your styles. Now, as an investigation, you can also change the font style. All right, we'll do that later on. But this is changing it to right and left. Now, another thing that you can do is I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to make a second page. All right.